Are you genuinely ready for a story that will completely shatter everything you assumed about how global music success actually works? No corporate budget, no celebrity endorsements, no official promotional campaigns whatsoever. Just raw, unfiltered, completely unstoppable public obsession, erupting inside one of the most impenetrable music markets on the entire planet. That market is China, and that group is SB19. Subscribe to SB19 Beat Zone and stay through every chapter because this story gets more extraordinary with every layer we uncover. The scale of what's happening is almost impossible to believe. Within the brutally competitive landscape of global pop, certain success narratives get engineered by corporations wielding nine-figure promotional arsenals. Others ignite spontaneously, driven by something no financial investment can manufacture: genuine, completely uncontrollable public devotion. What's currently unfolding across China's digital landscape represents perhaps the most remarkable example of the latter that the modern music industry has ever documented. Without executing a single official promotional campaign within mainland China, without securing major celebrity endorsements from established domestic figures, without following any element of the conventional foreign artist playbook, a Filipino collective is quietly executing what industry professionals previously considered structurally impossible. They are conquering Chinese social media through pure, authenticated, community-driven momentum, accumulating view counts across Douyin that defy rational explanation, generating conversation threads across Weibo that multiply daily without any external amplification. So how exactly did SB19, the undisputed architects of PPop, capture the devoted attention of one of the world's most culturally fortified and institutionally protected music markets? The answer isn't hiding inside any marketing strategy document. It's living inside the raw, unfiltered, emotionally overwhelming reactions of Chinese supporters themselves. The numbers that stopped the industry cold. Before examining how this phenomenon materialized, absorbing its actual documented scale is absolutely essential, because these aren't impressive statistics. These are civilization-level numbers that demand serious analytical attention. Beginning with Douyin, China's dominant short-form video platform, and a genuine cultural institution influencing hundreds of millions of daily active participants. Videos carrying the hashtag associated with SB19's earth-rearranging composition Gento surpassed 1.1 billion plays as of late 2024. Pause and genuinely absorb that figure. 1.1 billion plays generated without a single paid promotional placement, fueled entirely by a viral choreography challenge that continued attracting new participants well into 2024, long after most viral moments have completely evaporated from cultural consciousness. This viral momentum translated directly into documented industry recognition. Gento penetrated Shazam's top 200 daily charts across multiple Chinese metropolitan areas simultaneously, concrete confirmation that audiences weren't merely consuming clips passively, but actively hunting down the complete composition for personal playlist integration. Weibo, China's dominant microblogging ecosystem serving nearly 600 million active monthly participants, tells an equally remarkable story of accelerating momentum. In May 2024, SB19's dedicated hashtag had accumulated approximately 24 million views, alongside 27,000 active discussion threads. By early 2025, those figures had advanced beyond 25 million views and 29,000 discussion threads, representing continuous organic growth without any formal promotional intervention triggering that expansion. SB19's official Weibo presence, established in 2024 in direct response to this pre-existing grassroots demand, rapidly accumulated beyond 42,000 dedicated followers. For any foreign collective operating with essentially zero ground-level promotional infrastructure within Chinese territory, that represents an extraordinary demonstration of authentic, proactive audience formation. Individual member recognition data reveals the depth of engagement extending beyond general collective interest. Josh commanded over 3 million dedicated hashtag views. Ken followed with beyond 2 million. Justin accumulated 1.2 million. Stell approached 900,000. Pablo reached nearly 700,000. These figures represent active searches, fan-created editorial content, and dedicated analytical discussions about each member's specific artistry, the unmistakable signature of genuine emerging fandom rather than fleeting algorithmic curiosity. The ignition point that detonated everything. Every phenomenon of this magnitude traces back to a single ignition point. For SB19's Chinese conquest, that ignition point was a composition built upon a metaphor of excavating and refining precious metal from raw ore, Gento. When this composition emerged in May 2023, its fusion of Filipino linguistic identity, percussion-driven production architecture, and choreographic complexity that challenged even experienced dancers was already commanding Southeast Asian audiences with considerable force. But its penetration into China followed a pathway that no corporate strategy session could have engineered. It infiltrated through Douyin's choreography challenge culture. Gento's intricate footwork patterns and explosive physical demands created the perfect conditions for platform virality. Chinese dancers, content creators, and casual participants began attempting the choreography, generating content with titles communicating simultaneously that this Filipino composition was extraordinarily demanding, yet irresistibly compelling. The challenge propagated not because powerful entities were promoting it strategically, but because the raw satisfaction of witnessing someone attempt and occasionally master genuinely difficult physical sequences proved completely irresistible to scrolling audiences. A crucial amplification moment arrived when K-pop collective Wave members Xiaozhong and Yangyang executed their own Gento challenge interpretation, generating millions of additional views and introducing the composition to enormous established audiences already devoted to neighboring musical traditions. Suddenly, Gento carried implicit endorsement from figures these audiences already trusted, transforming it from an interesting regional phenomenon into something deserving serious attention. But the composition's magnetism extended considerably deeper than its choreographic appeal. Written by SB19's creative architect Pablo, Gento embeds themes of empowerment and relentless perseverance within its production, universal emotional territory that resonates across every cultural boundary. Chinese listeners, even without Tagalog linguistic comprehension, absorbed the grit, ambition, and triumphant energy woven into every production element. This demonstrated something the global music establishment has resisted acknowledging. Compositional quality and performance power create international connection without requiring English language accessibility. What Chinese audiences discovered next. Their 2023 Asia Awards performance introduced SB19 to enormous Chinese audiences, encountering them within a full high-production context for the very first time. The responses documented across Bilibili and Weibo communicate something beyond ordinary appreciation. One translated commentary captured the collective sentiment with remarkable precision. After experiencing the complete awards ceremony, the singular performance that genuinely moved me was SB19's. You can immediately distinguish whether an idol genuinely treasures the stage or is merely fulfilling a professional obligation. This emotional recognition echoed across thousands of independent commentary threads. Chinese audiences, deeply familiar with the domestic idol industry characterized by high polish and occasionally restrained performance energy, encountered something fundamentally different in SB19's stage presence. Another observer articulated, "I lack adequate language to express my admiration. They perform with such vital intensity that I experienced genuine emotional overwhelm." Live vocal authenticity became a recurring vocal point within Chinese fan discourse. Within an industry landscape where performance track dependence can be normalized, SB19's demonstrated capacity to deliver powerful, technically stable vocals while simultaneously executing demanding choreography registered as genuinely revelatory. Individual members captured devoted attention independently. Ken's distinctive visual identity and performance magnetism generated viral circulation across both Douyin and Weibo, with commentary frequently noting that his unique aesthetic offered something completely absent from conventional idol presentation. Why this penetration is historically significant. China's music landscape functions as a deliberately constructed cultural enclosure, famously resistant to foreign artistic penetration without substantial strategic investment from major institutional backing. The conventional pathway requires official distribution agreements, established platform collaborations, and extensive promotional campaigns across Weibo infrastructure. SB19 executed none of these conventional steps. Their Chinese ascension emerged entirely from ground-level community formation, bubbling upward through authentic enthusiasm rather than cascading downward from institutional endorsement.